And welcome back. This is Frost Gaming 25, and today I'm going to be doing a little video on Diablo 3. They have a new season coming up. This is the PTR for it. But I just kind of wanted to do a little bit of a talk about this new season mechanics and kind of give an overview and other things like that. But for starters, the main idea for this season is not only do you have what is previously permanent, it still is, which was the trial. So if we go over here, so the altar of rights, they're still here. Everything else is, as of normal for that. But this season also introduces not one, but two mechanics this particular season. So the new mechanic number one is that there's a fourth slot now that you get for your cube. Now this slot can be any other type. It can be a ring, it could be armor, it could be a weapon, and this is the concept going into this season. This is going to be your the main bonus. It actually allows for this build right here. As you can see, this is a very standard cookie cut. I just made the level 70, so there's nothing really on this one, but you could, in theory, make a very powerful build based off of this right here. Okay, so you can turn this into a pretty solid build. This is not optimized, obviously, but this is the damage version of it. Now you can still fill these slots. I can talk about that, I guess. So personally, if I was going to do this build for the armor cube, I would probably put in, let's see here, I would say potentially you could put in like the Mask of Jerem, maybe, because it might give pet damage bonus. I think that's a pretty solid one. The other potential one you could also add in would be Nemesis Bracers if you want some extra clear time for greater rifts or for just rifting in general. I think that would be about it, though. If you're really in dire need of a perfect roll, you could also put String of Veers if you want to take less damage. That would also be viable. Pet attack speed, I don't think that improves the speed at which the hex actually pops out chickens. So I would say probably not ideal there. But maybe it might have some use. And then for the ring, I would say the best ring you could probably do is either a COE, or you could go maybe let's see here. Well, you could cube the Ring of Emptiness and wear a wear the what's it called? The Rogue or the Rogue ring or whatever, not that one. What is it? The set ring. Just wear the Royal Ring of Grandeur, that's what it is. You could wear that instead as well. And then you can take off a piece of your gear and replace it with some extra damage. But that is my idea for it. Now that's just the theory here. I'm pretty, like I said, I'm early into this. I haven't really done too much, but I wanted to put out a video. So yeah, you could do some theory crafting a little bit with that. But this seems to be one of those builds that's going to be a fun build, but because of the season having that extra slot allows you to wear the Menajuma's carving knife, the fetch, and have the wormwood for the applied locust swarm everywhere you go, which procs your ring of emptiness, and you're also able to have the bow, the cluck eye, which turns all your pets into chickens. So I believe if you were to put the pet damage, I think that would also increase their damage more, so that will just be probably the best in slot. But if you want to go for less damage, but you want a survivability, want to have more survivability, you can switch this out for the Sacred Harvester. This is a solid one. The other one that is also pretty good is the cat, wherever that is. I don't have it in the cube, but it's somewhere in here. This one's also pretty good, if you want. But keep in mind with this one, it's a one-time thing, whereas the other one, it's gonna give you just overall damage reduction, which is pretty huge. But that's gonna be your primary. You don't actually need Spirit Walk, so I would actually replace this with like Horrify, and then just do the armor. You could probably get away with that. You could also use the zombie dogs, because the effect of, let's see, it's not that one, it's the bow. The effect of the bow makes it so that all your pets turn into exploding chickens. Well, in this case, you can summon these, which normally don't do anything for you on this build. This build doesn't give any bonus to them. But the second you go like that, they all turn into chickens. So if you need to do like a mass chunk of damage, if you need to just, kill a Rift Guardian or something and like do it instantly, that definitely works. But you can see how I'm just popping out chickens all the time. And those chickens will seek other enemies. But let's just showcase it. I mean, there isn't too much to it. I actually will put the Mask of Jerem, we'll try it out in the cube. So we'll see. I believe it will give us a damage bonus. Should we put it in a ring? Might as well put it in a ring. I would say either a Convention of Elements would be good, or the, I really do feel it'd be either or. Trying to think any other possible, I guess if you wanted to have a follower, and you wanted extra damage reduction, you really wanted to kick on the damage reduction, you could do that too. But otherwise, I would probably say Convention of Elements, because that'll just give you extra damage. And so that way you can kind of have that ability to go into a rift. Now, I don't have the highest rift, so we're just going to quickly go through this one, but I just want to showcase it so that people can see. This is a very entry version of it. There's definitely optimizations that can occur, but if you want something that speed clears early game or something, and you can put together, this is a definite solid viable option. The survivability is pretty decent. If you need more, you can always change out the stuff like I mentioned and get rid of Locust Swarm and all the other things and put in more survivability. But for the most part, you probably won't need it unless if you're really pushing high on the greater rifts. The other effect I do want to show, it's kind of hard to show in this right now, that comes out with this season, has to do with those shrines and pylons. So let's try to find another one since I accidentally clicked it.
My tower grows vast. I grow in power.
Let's see here. Just quickly finish this riff so I can, we'll try to up the difficulty and try it out. Oh, of course. Okay, so you can see right here, we have a duplicate of ourselves. So this season, whatever class you're playing, upon getting a shrine or a pylon, you'll pop up a duplicate of yourself. Now, toward the end game, it might not be as useful. However, it does scale with your health and your damage. So whatever your damage output would be, this essentially will mimic that. But the main idea is that you can use this in the early game to hopefully help go through the early levels, because he can cast a lot of abilities and stuff that you either don't have in your bar or just can't cast yet. So he can actually cast abilities that you haven't unlocked because of your level, which is kind of cool. Let's see here. Let's go back. We're gonna go ahead and leave game. I want to see if I can do a little bit better of a example here. I think 13 is probably fair. This character is brand new, so we might kill it. But hey, if it kills it, it's just more fun. But like I said, there is optimizations that can happen. But I think overall, it's a pretty solid build. Yeah, you just have to really worry about, yeah, you're pretty much just going into this chicken farm and you're running around. That's pretty much most of your entire, run here. Yeah, I'm not using any gems or anything. This is so, like, cookie cutter basic right now. But there is definitely a way you can make it work. Yeah, this is working. Even from just having started the build here. So yeah, you just do that, and then you run around and as a chicken, and then if you need the extra damage, you can always pop. You can finish your thing, but make sure you got the cooldown ready to go. Like if I want, I could just blow up like that, killing all the enemies. Make sure you reapply your soul harvest whenever you can. Let's see here. I think I went the wrong way. Yeah, soul harvest is important. It helps stay alive. But overall, you can see the damage is pretty solid. We can do more. I'm sure there's some more optimizations that are going to happen with it, but this is probably the best season to play this build because it's fast, it's easy, it's fun. It's definitely different. It's not a build that you get to play very often because normally you're usually running short on an item slot in your cube. So this opens that possibility up because of this particular season. There we go. Yeah, half the time I feel like we're not even being hit, in all honesty. Oh, there's another pylon. So we get our guy here. You can see he's casting a couple of abilities. He's summoning the basic ground. He does acid spit. He does haunt. What else? He probably does a couple other ones. So it's just an extra little bonus, and he does scale your damage, so you'll get quite a bit of use out of him. Just an extra bonus. But yeah, so this is the season in a nutshell. If you did want to play a Witchdoctor this season, it is going to be one of those classes that would be fun to play because there are bonuses, but I think every class also is going to have a niche build that doesn't get to come around because you're missing that one extra slot. You'll be able to activate a lot more of those and do some fun, different builds this season in Diablo 3. Let's go ahead and kill our Rift Guardian. Oh wait, that's right, he's already dead. Yeah, the damage is perfectly fine in this. So, let's go ahead and teleport back to town here. And, I mean, we probably can go higher, but I'm not gonna do it. Just, it'll be something that you guys can work toward and whatnot. Yeah, so if you enjoyed this video, consider liking it and subscribe. And with that being said, I'll see you in the next one.